Hey everybody, I'm back and I'm recording some Dark Souls 2 footage for you today. I'm recording it today. This is a continuation of the same game that I had started a few days ago. A little bit further in, about 15 or so hours according to Steam. I don't know how many actual hours in I am compared to, it's kind of hard to say with other people maybe being better than I am. But I've cleared out quite a few new areas. I've killed a lot of bosses, and I'm going to try and find a new boss that I have not seen yet, but I think I'm on the verge of encountering. So we'll go through that. I've spent most of my souls. In fact, with my character here, I am level 77. I've dumped a lot of points into. We hit the select button here and go through all the stats real quick. But here's vigor and endurance, and I put some points in vitality so I can have more load. Load is how much weight you're equipped with, and the higher your load, the slower you walk and roll. And as long as you stay under 70%, you can stay fairly nimble. So that's what I'm trying to do. Unfortunately, where the heavy armor is that I have on, I've had to invest a few points in vitality. And then attunement is a big stat for my character being a spellcaster, because this allows you to cast spells faster, and it also gives you extra spell slots. So I can have 4 spells slotted, and since there's no mana in the game, it's just a matter of how many times you can cast a given spell. So, the more slots you get, the more spells you can attune, and if you've got a bunch of attack spells attuned, that gives you just that many more spells to throw at things before you have to rest and recover. I leveled up my strength and dexterity a little tiny bit, just to be enough to hold a cool fire sword that I picked up. I'll show you guys in a bit. Adaptability, I've bumped a few points in that because it's actually good for everybody. It just gives you overall survivability. And then intelligence. And I've been putting points in faith as well, because these two stats govern sorceries and miracles, respectively. And that's actually, I have a lot of really good spells in both of those. And recently encountered a character who has allowed me to pick up hexes because I have a high intelligence and faith, and spells in the hex category require both. In fact, let me show you those spells. Let me just go to the bonfire here, and we're going to attune spells. Now I have 4 slots, but you see I only have 3 equipped because if you look at Dark Orb, and I'm going to use my cursor, hopefully you can see my cursor down here, this number, this first number next to the fact that it's a hex, is 1. That's how many slots it takes. It takes 12 intelligence, 10 faith to use Dark Orb, which I have never seen. I just purchased it and haven't used it yet. The other one I have slotted is Lightning Spear, which is a really powerful faith. It takes 22 faith, and it's got takes 1 slot. I can use it 12 times. I can use Dark Orb 23 times, and then I've got it was the most expensive spell that the Hex merchant sold. Great Resonant Soul, takes 2 slots, only has 9 uses, requires 26 faith and 13 intelligence. And I just tested it before I stopped playing this morning, and it takes 500 souls to cast it. So I am very curious to see what this thing does, because it's a bear on requirements. Alright, so real quick, look at my equipment. I've got Sorcerer Staff I started the game with, enchanted up to +6, thanks to some crafting materials I had found. Fire Longsword +4. The Fire Longsword is cool. You'll notice here, if you put a select, you can again see this. Physical attack is 110, and the fire damage is 110. So it's a 220 total damage altogether there. What is this? I keep wondering what this does. Counter strength. So it's got pretty good counter strength, and 20 points of poise damage. So it doesn't hurt guy. Poise is a stat that if you get hit and you fail a poise check, let's say, then you get staggered, and whatever you were doing is interrupted. So if you are in the middle of casting a spell and something nails you and you have a low poise, you'll probably lose your spell. That goes for enemies too. If they're in the middle of an attack animation and you whack them and do a lot of poise and overcome their poise, then you've interrupted their attack. Okay, so I got a chime, which I use to cast pre-swept spells. Some hexes require a chime. Of course, my sorcerer staff allows me to cast sorcerer spells, and some hexes require a staff. And have a nice shield here. You know, I gotta admit, as I'm talking, I don't really know why there's a plus blah 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 here. I'm assuming that that is from something. Like I don't know what this is from. I don't know if this is if my total here is actually 110 and 25, but it's coming from a bonus, or is my number here 135 and 25 that's coming from a bonus. I don't know where the bonus is coming from, and I could be reading this completely wrong. But anyway, numbers and math. I got a Hexer's Hood, which is giving me bonus intelligence and faith. I'm wearing Old Knight armor +3 because it's super cool. It was a nice kind of a rare drop fighting some enemies. I'll show you here in a little bit because they're fun to fight. Old Knight Gauntlet's also a drop from the same enemies. And then Knight Leggings were just in a chest. Good. And here's some items I've been using, like Estus Flasks, which I can use 6 of now. And they're +1s. They recover a little more health. My rings, this Ring of Blades gives me more equip load. Without it, or no, wait. What does that do? Ring of Blades. I'm wrong. Oh, increases physical attack. The Soldier's Ring is where I'm getting a lot of my equip load from. Without that, it's exactly 70. So the Royal Soldier's Ring increases maximum load by 5 points. So that's nice. And then this guy gives me extra physical attack, which I guess I don't really need technically. But I'm having fun with my sword, and I was using the Dark Blade enchant weapon, I can show you at some point. Instead, let's see, I got Ring of Restoration on, and the Clear Blue Stone Ring increases my casting speed. Shortens spell casting time. So, something for spell casting, something for physical, something for armor, and then health. And then I have some other cool rings that, improve mana or stamina recovery, or this would slow down my equipment degradation, that sort of thing. Reduces damage from falling. I actually equipped that and fell down that pit we encountered, which is actually over here earlier. And down here, there was some cool, crazy stuff down here that scared me, so I left. But I could survive this fall with that ring equipped, just barely. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just go through and show off some of my spells and such. I got Lightning Spear, Dark Orb, Great Resonant Soul. And I can swap between the shield. You'll notice when I have my shield equipped, the Lightning Spear grays out because I no longer have a chime in my hand, and you need that priestly chime to use miracles. So that's how that works. And if I go up to Dark Orb or Resonant Soul, I can't cast it. Dark Orb I can't use a chime for, so instead I pull the old staff out, and the Sorcerer's Staff is what I use for Dark Orb. I understand that there actually is a couple items in the game at some points that you can use to interchange. There's some sort of awesome, wicked, cool sounding staff that works both as a chime and a staff, so then that's like a one-stop shop for all that stuff. Okay, side note, before I forget, I'm recording this on 720p rather than 1080. I feel like 720p still looks really good. Maybe not at full screen, but 720 is a good compromise between disk space usage while trying to record, so I can record longer videos. And it will hopefully still look really nice, so I'll try and compress a little bit less. Okay, so without further ado, let's travel. I've unlocked quite a few more places, and I figured out some time ago why there's a second button press when you pick a location. So you pick a location, for example, Heights Tower of Flame, and then you can pick which bonfire in that zone. So there's 2 bonfires that I've discovered so far in that zone. So let's just go to that first one there, and I'll do some killing and show some stuff, and then we'll try and jump into where I'm thinking there might be a boss fight. Okay, so here's this. Right up here there's a guy. Nope, there's not. I've killed them too many times. I kind of farm these guys a lot, so there might not be a lot of these guys left. They're these well, I won't ruin the surprise. Well, he's gone. I have killed. Now, when you farm an area quite a bit, and I've done this, you get fewer and fewer enemies that spawn until they just are all gone. And what's nice about that is, there's still a lot of ways to recover souls, to grind souls. You can play cooperatively, which actually we may do that too. Playing cooperatively is a really kind of fun way to get some souls and some experience fighting bosses. And you can use an item that I think I've got a couple of now that would refresh the zone with new enemies, or I guess they're not new, they're the same enemies, but they're more powerful versions of the enemies, and they would never ever stop spawning whenever you died. So kind of a fun thing to do. This zone I don't really need to go back in. It's just one of those really kind of cool looking zones. I like the way it looks a lot. And it'd be kind of nice. I'm tempted actually to try that out here and just fight these enemies and have them be tougher and just be worth more. But anyway, for now, let's just try and get to one of them. These guys are pretty tough. But I have this cool lightning staff. Wow! That's right, boy. And I can do and I can get stabbed with my fire sword on them. All right, let's just try and do a little combat melee style here. Get my shield up. Let's see. Ooh. Tag him a couple times. Get back. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. And oh, he still got me anyway. That's fine. Got him. There you go. And then he dropped a Pale Stone, which I think I've seen that thing get used for some other stuff before. Alright, now, we've seen lightning. Let's try out this Dark Orb. That requires my staff. Let's get my shield back out then. Let's see what Dark Orb does. 23 uses of it. Let's see how it compares to some of the other spells. Ooh, it does a lot of damage. That does actually more damage than my sorcery spells. Alright, let's try this guy. Oh, push the wrong button. Alright, I don't want to put his shield up because I want to get a real... Here we go, he's not going to shield up. Here we go. Boom! 450! That was a pretty good hit. Unfortunately, that big giant hit did take 500 souls. Of course, it almost did 500 damage, which is considerable. I'm really impressed with Dark Orb, though. 23 uses of that, and it does more damage than my most powerful sorcery spell, means that's going to stay. So what I'm going to do... That Greater Soul thing seems like a really powerful thing to use against bosses. So I'm going to keep it, but not equipped right now, because I'm going to... Well, actually, maybe I could... I got Lightning Spear for regular enemies, I got Dark Orb for regular enemies, and then I got this for bosses. Let's just keep this set up for now. We'll go back up to the Dark Orb. We'll use this a little bit. Alright, let's travel to where I'm going. The Grave of Saints and Huntsman's Copse is kind of where I'm supposed to be going, I think, next. But the Las Bastille Servants' Quarters is where I think there might be a boss waiting for me. Pardon me while I drink my tea. Okay. Alright, let's, there's a couple enemies here that are going to show up because I have not done any sort of farming of this area. This is like the second time I think I've been here. I gotta remember how to even get out of here. Let me think. Yeah, this is the right way to go. Okay. Be careful out here because of this guy. This guy sucks. Let's pull my sword out and finish him off with the old blade. I could have done that better. I have a shield in my dang hand, but what are you gonna do? Okay, now this guy is right here. That last time he staggered because of the... Oops. Because of the poise damage. There we go. Let's drink that up. Alright, now... I'd like to get my lightning spear out. That jump is... that was a weird angle I realized for that jump. For the camera to be at, but I've done it a bunch of times, so... Old hat to me. Alright, now this next part is a bit rough because some of the enemies here like to run at you and explode and do... they like to do petrification damage, which is real bad because if you take... As you take status damage, you see a little bar fill up on your character. And that bar in your character, when it fills up, that status affects you. So as you take bleed damage, or as you take, you know, petrification damage, if it fills the bar up, then you petrify, or you bleed to death, or whatever. Not good. None of it's good. So we try to avoid getting too much damage on us. And we're just going to fry these guys. a lot of this game kind of becomes a simple matter of like, oh, I've been here, I've done this. This is not as scary or horrible as it was when I first got here. And just by the time you start getting actually bored of an area that used to scare the crap out of you is about when the enemies just stop showing up entirely. So works out pretty good. Okay, I've already jumped down there. This here, I'm hearing noises. I don't creak. What the hell is making that creak? Is there something up here? Ooh, there's a lot of guys up here. I guess I should probably kill these guys, huh? Ah! Fortunately, one whack from the old sword does kill him. Thanks to a combination of me having decent stats and just a good sword. Okay, now this statue's in the way, and I assume this is a real person. What's kind of a neat thing, I guess depending on your point of view, if you die from petrification from something, then you will be a stone statue in someone else's game world. Which I thought that was kind of a cool thing. I really hate these guys so much. And he got me real good last time because he snuck up on me, but this time I recognized he was there. Now, there are some enemies up ahead. You can't see them because they're up there. Maybe you can see them. I can barely make them out. I'll walk up close and they'll start shooting at me. And yeah. Okay, I don't know if they can get me from this angle, but this is where I thought there might be a boss. Let's try and put on my white soapstone. Now this is going to let someone summon me who's also standing at the same part in this world, and if they summon me, I will join them in their world, cooperatively. And if I successfully kill enough enemies, or if we kill a boss together, I'll come back to this exact spot, human, fully healed with all my spells replenished, as though I had rested. And with some extra souls in my pocket, too. Now, the temptation... Weakness sorcery, huh? I don't have any sorcery self. Ironic. The temptation, of course, normally, I would just keep exploring and walking. Oh, but I'm getting summoned. And then if I was... As long as I'm still in the zone, I get summoned. But here I am being summoned by Maird, looks like. Summoned to the world of Maird. So, here's him. And I'll wave to him. Is he summoning someone else or not? He tipped his hat to me. Okay, so I don't know if he's going to head right in there or if he's going to keep messing around. I'm going to stand here like a statue. You get one emote from me, and that's all you get. All right, this is good. This way I can see what's beyond this wall area here. Oh, okay, it's this next zone, Sinner's Rise. Oh God, what is falling from there? But this way, if I die in here, nope, doesn't really hurt anything. Who's jumping on us? Here, I'm gonna just take these guys out. Because I have magic, and this guy does not seem to. I have to kill... If I kill enough enemies, I'll get a reward for doing my duty. If I die, I get nothing. Looks like he did summon someone else, and I just missed it somehow. Can I pick this up? Oh, I can pick up items in his world. That's cool. See, cooperative gameplay is pretty fun. There's no real drawback to it. You just help other people out. You help other people out, and then they, in turn, you know, they succeed in their game, and you succeed, and everything's fun. I'm going to take a bunch of damage from this stupid thing. Okay, I'm going to let him lead the show since it's his world. I wish I had a torch. Some of these scones could be lit up. That'd be kind of nice. Holy crap. Oh, did I just hurt my own friends? Haha, jeez. I think I was for 1,600 points. I think I lightning bolted and I hurt all of us because, or those guys, because the lightning actually has a Has a little bit of an area effect, which I didn't realize was going to actually hurt my friends, so I will cool it on the lightning while we're hip deep in water. We'll just use these very powerful hexes. I'm very glad I know these guys are in here. They're worth a lot of experience points, though. It doesn't do a lot of damage to them, though. Whoa! I took a big hit there. I'm gonna have to resort to the old spear. Which did do a lot of damage. Whew! Man! These guys can take a pounding. It's so dark in here. I wonder if there's any way to lighten things up a little bit. I mean, sitting here playing, I can usually see this stuff pretty good, but... Oh, some stairs. This place is crazy. I'm super glad to be playing in here and not without any threat of dying, losing all my stuff. I do have a time limit on how long I'm allowed to stay in his world, and if I don't kill enough enemies within that time limit, I don't get a reward or anything. I feel like we've killed enough guys though that maybe I'm okay. I don't really know how that works, I guess. Nothing in there? Sorry. I mean to troll you there. Can you open that door? Nope. How about this door? Nope. Alright. Oh, right here. Dude, there's a thing over here. Come over here, follow me. Oh my god! Okay, I didn't know that was there. No, where are you going? There's a lever here you have to pull. Dude, stop going in the same places. Come over here, open the lever. Lever. There you go. Or tea. Sorry, viewers. I know it's not very professional, but I don't get paid for this. This looks like an awesome place to go. Oh. He's scared. He should have come in here in co-op mode. Let's go, buddy. I got some resonant souls. And I earned so many extra souls here, I don't mind using them. Because if I used all 9 castings, it'd be like 4,500 souls I'd be losing, but... Is there like an urge on emote? Oh, he summoned someone else. He's in human mode, that's why he gets to do that. Once I fulfill my duty and help this guy enough, I also will be human, and I can summon help, that sort of thing. I do believe the enemies are tougher in co-op mode, though. We'll find out. Maybe I'll fight those guys a little bit. Oop, a boss. Oh, that's pleasant. Oh, he thinks the same thing. He also does not enjoy that. He should be easy to beat, right? He has his arms bound. Oh no, he turned all the lights off. I guess without an eye, he doesn't really need to see either. Oh gosh. Yeah, wish I didn't have dark magic, which apparently is not going to... Oh god, he does a lot of damage. Perhaps I should stay away from him. Or I will not drink, even though I pushed it like 6 times. Well, alright, that's fair. I wonder if I get to keep all those souls I got when I was in here. I do. That's awesome. Oh god, those guys are going to shoot at me. Alright, I don't want to run in there just yet because I didn't successfully stay alive long enough to like beat that boss and help him, so I don't refresh all my stuff, and I'm out of spells. Except for the one that takes 500 souls per use. So, I'm going to head back quick to the bonfire. If I remember how to get there from here. Oh, that's not the right way to go. Yeah, I was going to trigger that guy by accident, but that's fine. He's the only one in here. I'm going to go in, okay, I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to... oh yeah, this is the right way, I think. I think it's in here. Yeah, it's right here. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Alright, let's just attune my spells, and let's drop this guy, so I can have 2 more spell slots. Let's pick up Dark Weapon. It's very powerful and very fun, and I also am a big fan... I haven't even tried some of these. Emit Force. Emits a forward-moving shockwave. Alright, well, let's try it. Only takes 1 slot. I have some other cool stuff that's pretty neat. Heal. I got magic barriers. I can hush, which is like a silence effect. Some things I found and never actually used. Alright, let's Dark Weapon. Actually can't use Dark Weapon because of this configuration. Okay, I'll show it off quick and then I'll change it up. So Dark Weapon requires a staff, which means I have to have my staff in one hand and my sword in the other. The reason that's weird, by the way. Okay, the reason that's weird is this. Here we go. Staff in one hand, sword in the other, I Dark Weapon. I can also Dark Orb with this configuration. But I can't Lightning Spear. If I want a Lightning Spear, I can do this. Now I can Lightning Spear with my right hand while my shield's up. Wait, this is bad how? This seems fine. Okay. Before I go into battle, I want to use this once. Emit Force. Ooh, okay, long casting time, but potentially a lot of damage. And then Dark Weapon. Pretty awesome. There we go. Now I'll put my shield back, and we'll go fight these guys with Dark Weapon. Now, since I had a rest, unfortunately, that means these guys are all coming back. And I would like to try this out. Okay. That is pretty good, but it's not much damage. Saw that coming, you jerk. Okay. Emit Force is too long of a wind-up. It does good damage. 230 is a lot of damage, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like having my sword not out when I'm lightning spearing. Let's do this. Let's drop Dark Weapon and Emit Force. And let's stick with some classic sorcery, like Great Soul Arrow. Wait. Great Heavy Soul Arrow. Have I used that? Okay, and then Magic Barrier. This is pretty cool. It prevents you from... increases your magic, lightning, fire, and dark damage. Like those petrification guys do a lot of fire damage when they explode. Let's just have some classic Soul Arrow here. Okay. Okay, now, let's put this back. Doot, 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 doot. Okay, let's have... this is how I normally have it. You know, I forgot you can have another weapon in this hand. Okay, but every time you put a weapon in this hand, it does increase your load over here. So if I were to put, like, a hand axe, see how my load's going to go up to 68.5%? So, yeah, we don't want that. Okay, so my lightning spear can be up with my sword is out. Perfect. let's go. I like to kill that guy without using my lightning spear. Of course, I also have this. You got so lucky, you cheater. 200, that is 300 damage? Yeah. Holy crap, I haven't used that spell yet. Well, let's not waste that. Let's use Soul Arrow, which does a lot less, but is, you know, super useful nonetheless. Oh, this is the wrong way to go. Hate those guys. They're worth a lot of points, though. There's a lot of dogs on there. I do not want to fall down there again. Although I did kill them all last time. They're not worth a lot of points, 130 or so, pretty good. But they're dangerous on their own, let alone packs. Okay, we're gonna fight these idiots again. Ugh, cannot believe I let myself run out of stamina like that. Smart. Yeah! Did I get them all? Okay. Jeez, I had like almost no souls. Now I have enough souls again that I don't want to like run around and be dumb. Ugh. No Dark Souls. See, that's 200 damage for that. I have 33 of those because my intelligence is actually pretty high. Oh, that is where all those guys came from. They all triggered from that somehow. I'm gonna save my... I'm gonna try and get to the... Okay, let's do this. Let's kill this idiot. Okay. And we're gonna run into Sinner's Rise now that we know what's in here. Do a little bit of killing and a little bit of exploring. And I'll head back and level up so I don't lose all my souls. I will admit it'd be nice to find a bonfire so I could, like, not have to come back here. Whoa. What the hell is... Ah! There's a bonfire. Ran out of stamina at a crucial moment there. That's how you usually die. I can just come right back here. This is super good. Alright, let's go. I'm going to go back and go back to the main hub and we're going to spend points. Okay. I haven't talked... I don't suppose I have, like, any flasks? No. Sometimes I just have them and I forget I have them. Okay, I got 2 points. I can get my faith or my intelligence up a little bit. That would be nice. I can make my right hand, both right hand weapons go up, which is my sword and my staff. Why is the sword going up? Because it does fire damage, which is improved by having higher intelligence and faith. Part of why I'm using that weapon is because it actually keys off of my intelligence as well as my strength. Or I could put some points into attenuation to improve my casting speed, which would be nice. I could get some more endurance, which would be good. Could really make my damage go up with my punching. My equipment load could go higher. That'd be actually kind of handy. Cause I could have more stuff equipped. Better shield, for instance. I'm gonna go with intelligence, I think, because that's kind of my main thing, and I like doing a lot of damage to my spells, so that's very handy. All right, now let's get back to our new. Where was I at? That's been Sinner's Rise. There we go. Let's see if we can go fight us a boss. Like a boss. Not like a boss. Titanic chunk. That's one of those things you need for... Oh my god, you're kidding me? These are the guys that shoot at you. Sorcery. They were the ones who were jumping down earlier, I think. This is where I came from, see? They were the ones shooting up here at us. Alright, so they were falling down to their deaths. Is there any way that I... No, not really. There's an item right there, though. Tricky. Very tricksy. It's right here. Ooh. Inch. Large shard. Nice. Let's get down here. Alright, so these tight quarters are not fun to have a spear equipped, but... Take this guy out here real quick. I hate it when they survive with 2 shots, but... Oh, you got so lucky that I don't know how to use buttons. There we go. Oh my god. Ah, I forgot those guys are in here. Alright, let's drink. And let's get out my lightning spear for these dudes down here. Actually, you know, the one thing, there was a message that I read in the other guy's world that did say something about using... I should have walked out there and grabbed that item. Using sorcery. So let's try sorcery magic. That's decent damage, 119. I think lightning spear is doing more. Yeah, 285. Man, these guys are so big and scary. Okay. 1,600 points. Good gravy. There's an item in here. Ooh, a Sublime Bone Dust. I can use that to get my Estus flasks up to +2. Roll! Whew. It's hard to see these guys. Getting some goodies. Oh yeah, this guy's in here. I'm gonna run out of lightning spears before I run out of these guys, I think. Alright. Whew. This is the kind of guy you want to farm over and over again for all the points they're worth, and then also that way when you get killed by the boss over and over again, you don't have to like run into them all the time. They aren't super hard to fight, but they're dangerous. I just watched that guy fall down. You guys don't deserve heavy arrows. Nice job, skeleton. That's funny. Okay. I hear some creatures creeping about. Nothing in there. Can't open that door, it's locked. Of course, we know where to go. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure there's more of those exploding ghoul things around, so I'm gonna not just hop down. Let's see if I can just find them the old-fashioned way. Here they are. Or one of them, anyway. Ah! I thought you were a dude. I don't see any items in here. Walking in water is challenging. Oh! Hey, there was a guy that was an actual dude. Better drink. Drink up. My guy looks thirsty. Alright. I see an item in there. I can kind of run to the water a little bit. Ooh, a Pharos Lockstone. Those can open up some nice goodies. If the boss kills me, or doesn't kill me, I might teleport back to where I think I remember a Pharos Lockstone being, just to check that out. Okay, if I remember right, there wasn't anything up here. That would be a nice shortcut. I can't unlock it, though. What about on this side? Anything more up here? Same story, different verse? Yep. Okay. What do these messages say? Torch required ahead. Oh, I don't have a torch. I should have thought about maybe lighting one, but I didn't know one was required. Try torch. Yes. There's no way to light a torch. Oh, you know what? I do have an item that let me, that would let me light a torch, actually, wherever. I've never seen a door that was actually not locked, if it had bars on it. Anything over here? I saw my co-op buddy jump in there. Now, normally, I know there's a boss in here. I would just plant down my flag. Try torch above, huh? I can't. It's locked. Can I jump over there? Probably not. There's not much clearance to run. Nope. But in the interest of time, I will not subject you to watching me try and co-op this until I succeed. We'll just jump in here, and if I die, I lose 8,000 souls, and I die. What are you going to do? Let's skip past the scene. Oh, probably should get the right... He's going to kill me because I'm trying to select... Oh, I don't have any... Oh, shoot. Yikes! That's really good damage if I can hit him a couple times. Oh, I'm so bad at this guy's timing. Wish I had some light in here, which I suppose is probably why the messages kept saying bring a torch. Okay, well, that was a boss fight. They can be hard, and they take a little bit of practice, so I'm not going to spend an hour practicing this guy until I beat him. With you, faithful watchers, stuck in the middle, I will instead murderize these guys. Not with that. Okay, and I'm going to move and not die like an idiot. And doop. Okay, now, what I will do though is I will use that Pharos Lockstone. If I can remember where I was just at, I saw that not too far from a thing. To be honest with you, I don't remember where it was. Well, shoot. It'll come to me. And when it does, I will record it. Okay. Well, anyway, let's call it here. Oh man, these guys came back because I forgot about them. Haha, that's funny. It's fine. I like to fight stuff. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this installment of Let's Make a Deal with the Undead. I will again be back once I get a little bit further in the game and can show off some new and interesting things. So on that, I will let you all go. And again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to the video and the channel. And if you have any requests or anything, let me know in the comments. Thanks again. Bye.